Hi there, Assalamu alaikum. How are you? Hopefully you are fine. I am also fit and fine by the grace of Almighty Allah. Today, my topic is reading. So let's get started. Topics 1. What is reading skill? 2. Types of reading. 3. Advantages and disadvantages of reading aloud. 4. Differences between reading silently and loudly. 5. Types of silent reading. 6. Intensive reading and extensive reading. 7. What types of reading is more important? 8. Stages of reading. 10. Techniques of developing the reading skill. Number 1. What is reading skill? Reading means understanding a text by reading, and reading skill is a receptive skill. Number 2. Types of reading. The first one is reading aloud, and the other is silent reading. Reading aloud means speaking loudly with the help of a text. On the other hand, silent reading is the means of quick comprehension of the subject matter. Number 3. Advantages and disadvantages of reading aloud. Advantage. While reading aloud, one is always conscious of the proper pronunciation, intonation, and stress, so it develops speaking skill. Disadvantages. In this kind of reading, only one student becomes active at a time and others either listen to him or not. As students' attention is focused on pronunciation, they cannot understand the text properly. In real life, most people do not read aloud. For example, in reading newspaper, novel, etc. It also kills our important time. Number 4. Differences between reading silently and loudly. Silent reading means reading a text silently. Reading aloud means speaking with the help of a text. Silent reading is helpful for better comprehension of a text. Reading aloud is helpful for developing speaking skill. Silent reading saves time. Reading aloud takes much time to complete the class. Silent reading does not help to rectify wrong pronunciation. On the other hand, reading aloud helps to rectify wrong pronunciation. In case of silent reading, all students of the class may take part. In case of reading aloud, one student becomes active at a time and others either listen him or not. Generally, adult students read silently, and primary school level students study loudly. In future, students will depend upon silent reading for all their intellectual needs. In future, students will read loudly only when they will recite a poem or act. By silent reading, material can be brought to the mind more rapidly because attention is given chiefly to the interpretation of thought. In loudly reading, attention must also be given to articulation and pronunciation. Number 5. Types of silent reading. There are 5 types of silent reading. They are extensive reading, intensive reading, skimming, scanning, and survey reading. Number 6. Intensive reading and extensive reading. Intensive reading is the detailed study of a fairly short piece of text or full comprehension. We do this kind of reading with more attention. Actually, it is the kind of reading which helps the reader to understand the inner and outer meaning of a text. For example, reading something for examination purpose. When we use a reading passage in class, we are normally concerned with this type of reading. Extensive reading may be called reading for recreation. In this type of reading, the students want to get the general idea of the text. In other words, this is the kind of reading we do when we are reading longer texts like short stories, magazines, articles, adventure stories, science fictions, detective stories, etc. Number 7. What kind of reading is more important? Mainly, there are two types of reading. One is silent reading and the other is loudly reading. Students need silent reading very much. After leaving school, the students will need silent reading to grasp up meaning of a text. Actually, the adult students are to prepare notes. For this purpose, they have to take help from many reference books, and it is possible if they read silently. Silent reading is helpful for better comprehension of a text. In spite of this, it saves time. Moreover, in their future life, they will mainly depend upon silent reading for all their intellectual needs. This is why the students will need to practice silent reading after leaving school, and it is also very important. Number 8. Stages of reading. There are 3 stages of reading. They are pre-reading, while reading, and post-reading. Pre-reading. At this pre-reading stage, the teacher usually set the scene, telling what is going to be happened. It helps the students to prepare mentally about the text. This can be done by showing picture, asking questions, etc. This will arouse students' interest to the topic. The teacher should not say too much about the text, because if it does so, the students will lose their interest. After that, the teacher will introduce the new words and give some task what the students will do in while reading stage. He will also write some guiding questions on the chalkboard and give some instructions about the tasks while reading. At this stage, students will read the text silently to answer the guiding questions. Post-reading. After the students have finished reading, they check the answers to the guiding questions. The teacher checks the answers of the tasks. If there are some serious confusions, teacher can explain them with correct answers. Number 9. Importance of reading. Reading is important for a number of good reasons. Reading is a channel of learning. Reading has importance outside the classroom. It improves students' ability of reading. Reading increases knowledge. Students who go abroad for higher studies need a lot of reading in the library through the internet. Moreover, reading develops students' pronunciation, stress, and intonation. Number 10. Techniques to develop reading skill. Number 1. Read and answer open-ended questions. Number 2. Read and answer true-false statement. Number 3. Read and fill in the gaps of closed passage. Number 4. Read and draw. Number 5. Read and answer the multiple choice questions. Number 6. Do information transfer tasks. Every discussed task is very important for improving reading skills. Thanks everyone for watching this long, wide video carefully. Hopefully you enjoyed the video. It's time to say goodbye. Till then, Allah Hafiz.